Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm Jessie, and today we're diving into something a lot of you have asked about: how to talk about money. Specifically, how to negotiate your salary in English with confidence. Because, let's be honest, even native speakers get nervous during this conversation.
That's so true, Jesse. Money talk makes everyone sweat a little.
Exactly. And that's why I brought in my friend Henry, who's spent years in HR and recruiting, hearing hundreds of these conversations from both sides of the table.
Happy to be here. I've seen people win great offers just by using the right phrase at the right moment. And I've seen people lose leverage because they didn't know how to say what they meant.
Perfect. So today we're going to break down real vocabulary and phrases you can actually use. Not textbook English, but what people really say in the room. By the end of this episode, you'll have a toolkit of expressions for negotiating your salary like a pro. Henry, let's start big picture. Why do people struggle so much with this specific conversation?
Great question. Most people confuse negotiating with arguing. They think if they ask for more money, they're being greedy or difficult. But negotiation is really just a professional discussion to reach an agreement.
Right. It's not a fight, it's a conversation.
Exactly. And here's the first key phrase: to leave money on the table. If you accept the first offer without asking questions, you might be leaving money on the table.
I love that expression. So visual. Like there's literally cash sitting there and you just walk away.
Exactly the image. Another one companies use internally is "there's room to negotiate," meaning the number isn't final.
So if a recruiter says that to you, that's basically a green light.
It absolutely is.
Okay, let's get into the toolkit. Henry, walk us through the phrases someone should have ready before they even walk into that conversation.
Sure. Let's start with how to open the topic gracefully. Phrase 1. I was hoping we could discuss the compensation package. This is a soft, professional way to open the door without sounding demanding. Phrase 2. Based on my research and experience, I was expecting a range closer to. This shows you did your homework. It's not a random number.
That word range is important too, right? Instead of saying one exact number.
Very important. Giving a salary range gives both sides flexibility. If you say only one number, you box yourself in. Phrase 3. Is there any flexibility on the base salary? Flexibility is a soft word that keeps the tone collaborative. Phrase 4. What does the total compensation package look like? This reminds you, and them, that salary isn't just the base number. It includes bonuses, benefits, equity, and PTO, or paid time off.
So compensation is bigger than just salary.
Exactly. Salary is one piece. Compensation is the whole puzzle. Phrase 5. I'd like some time to consider the offer. Never feel pressured to answer immediately. Phrase 6. Can we put that in writing? Once you agree verbally, always ask for the offer in writing.
Those are gold. What about when the employer says no?
Good. Let's cover that next. But first, let me tell you a real story.
Oh, I love this part. Go ahead.
So, a few years ago, I was on the hiring side for a mid-sized marketing company. We had a candidate, let's call him David, applying for a senior content manager role. Our initial offer was $60,000 a year.
Okay, and what did he do?
David didn't say yes right away, and he didn't say no either. He said, word for word, "Thank you, I'm genuinely excited about this role. Based on my research and 5 years of experience in this field, I was expecting a range closer to $68,000 to $72,000. Is there any flexibility on the base salary?"
That's almost exactly the phrase you taught us earlier.
Exactly, because it works. And here's the thing, internally, our team actually did have room to move. Most companies build a buffer into the first offer, expecting some negotiation. David's calm, specific question opened that door.
So what happened?
We came back with $66,000, plus we added extra vacation days since we couldn't move higher on salary that quarter. David then asked one more question. Would it be possible to revisit the salary after a 6-month performance review? We agreed and put it in writing.
So he basically used almost every phrase from today's episode.
Pretty much. And the interesting part, the candidates who accepted our first number without asking a single question, on average, they ended up earning about 10% less than people who asked just one or two follow-up questions like David did.
Wow, 10% just for asking.
Just for asking. That's the whole lesson in one sentence.
Henry, before we wrap up, what mistakes do you see English learners make specifically in these conversations?
Two big ones. First, being too apologetic. Phrases like, "I'm sorry to ask, but," weaken your position. Just say your request directly and politely. You don't need to apologize for negotiating.
So confidence over apology. Henry, let's start big picture. Why do people struggle so much with this specific conversation?
Exactly. Second mistake, silence anxiety. After you make your ask, many learners rush to fill the silence with extra explanation. In English-speaking business culture, a pause is completely normal. Let the silence sit. Don't undercut your own number by talking too much afterward.
That's such a good tip. Less is more.
One last phrase worth learning. I'm confident this reflects the value I bring to the team. A strong, calm closing line. Say it slowly, and then stop talking.
Stop talking. The hardest instruction in this whole episode. All right, let's do a quick recap for everyone taking notes.
Today's key phrases. Leave money on the table. Room to negotiate. Compensation package. Salary range. Flexibility on the base salary. Total compensation. Performance review. Our ceiling. Signing bonus. Put it in writing.
And the golden rule: never accept the first number without asking one calm, specific question.
Thanks for having me, Jesse. This was fun.
Thank you, Henry. And to everyone listening, practice these phrases out loud this week, even in the mirror. See you next episode. And hey, if this episode helped you even a little, hit follow so you don't miss the next one. See you soon!